Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and I do know hair restoration is possible, but you know what's better than $30,000 doll hair surgery? My $10 hat. Mike Lindell's empire continues to fall apart as he chokes on his latest nothing burger. The lumpy MyPillow CEO pumped millions into what he declared the biggest broadcast place ever, and a social network that at the time of making this video is ranked 1,036 in social media and 57,363 in downloads. Not exactly a hit. He's doing his best to keep his network alive, even though his former sidekick Brannon recently cloned it and jumped ship after Lindell shoved Lou Dobbs in Brannon's time slot. His big push to expand products beyond lumpy pillows and Egyptian sheets began with a bizarre coffee venture, and he's now had a company label some supplements with his brand. And I promise you, this is wild. He's been pushing some gummies that have many terrible side effects, including one that definitely goes against Lindell's beliefs. This is all next level crazy, and I'm going to be having a good laugh getting into it, but first, this. The clowns set up shop across from Mar-a-Lago, and they were over the moon that their ruler sent over a box of chips, a dozen hot dogs, and some expired water. 5-star resort, and this was what you have your foreign workers shuttle over on a golf cart? But these people, they're like they've struck gold with their box of Lay's and Doritos. This looks more like the junk offered like at a sports day school lunch at my son's elementary school than a bunch of sustenance for adults. But Trump's low on cash, so chips and wieners for the dum-dums. Here you go, morons, eat up. Okay, so the place is under attack. We're talking Die Hard style. Choose your fighter. Will your John McClane be? Guy who was born to ride Donald Trump's tiny mushroom? David Crosby with a cane, guy checking the wank notifications from his covenantized partner, pear-shaped water boy, or not getting laid Lay's fan. Who's your fighter? Let me know in the comments. It is pouring MAGA Tears. I played in 35 countries for over 2 decades, but most days you'll find me here. Thanks for taking in this bald comedian's take on things. Please join the best subscribers on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more. Since he's been losing money at Donald Trump speed, Lindell has branched out to all sorts of products.
I take this one every day. These, if I say this right, ashwagandha gummies, and then the My Store apple vinegar, cider vinegar gummies. They both are awesome, and I don't get behind a lot. I'm going to say I get behind a lot of products, but they have to work, and they have to benefit all of you, and they are benefit myself. I have to believe in. I've been taking these for a long time. They're awesome. So I said, hey, let's make some for My Store.
Well, if you've been taking this for a long time, it's safe to say they don't work, unless they're supposed to make you destroy your career. I want to preface this by noting that ashwagandha is not officially listed as generally recognized as safe by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Throughout this, Lindell is hit and miss with saying ashwagandha, but I'm not sure if that's because of the Lindell or the ashwagandha. But here he is with Andy Beckler.
Now, is it just you that's using the plant-based, or is a lot of people doing it?
There are others. There are others doing it. Some aren't. Who doesn't like gummies? At the end of the day, everybody loves gummies, and we see them.
So that's why it's the end thing.
It's the end thing. They're fun, they're delicious, and these are plant-based gummies. So when you think of a gummy,
they don't taste like a plant. They taste like candy.
He's asking him, are you the only guy making plant-based gummies? That's like asking Pepsi if they're the only brand making diet soda. Plant-based gummies are not new. And of course, Mike is surprised that it doesn't taste like a plant. Because, you know, this guy's woken up in a few flower beds in his lifetime.
It helps promote a sense of calm and focus, helps cognition, memory, and relaxation without grogginess.
Calmness and cognition. Well, we know it ain't working, or it's just making him worse. How long has Mike been taking this? Is that his problem? What if Mike Lindell is actually a genuine stable genius and the supplements have ruined him? I don't think he was calm when he was screaming in his deposition, and when I think of cognitive, I don't think of the guy that can't count to 3, creates new words daily, paid Dennis Montgomery millions for random numbers, and threw his company away for Donald Trump so he could end up in a parking lot doing broadcasts.
Put all the machines, and we got to get rid of them. So Brandon, okay, hold on.
Brannon was the source of many technical fails, and he was laughing at Lindell here, and I'm sure these kind of moments added up to his departure. But I hope you're strapped in for this next bit.
The focus, the memory, the calm, the relaxation. But there are so many other benefits to this adaptogenic herb. Great for cardio, great for sexual wellness, great for weight management.
I just can't. It's too funny. I can't tell if Mike's looking at Andy like he wants to take him to Pound Town, or if Lindell's wondering why it's not been working on his lady. Oh, I gotta see it again.
Benefits to this adaptogenic herb. Great for cardio, great for sexual wellness, great for weight management.
I've never seen Mike Lindell so intrigued in my life.
It's got the additional My Store Vitality blend in there, which are complementing nutrients that we've added to enhance the ashwagandha.
I was just going to say, what makes your ashwagandha better than that? Than ashwagandha.
Right.
Ashwagandha. The label is right in front of you. You're promoting cognitive gummies and you can't get it right. I also love that the tech wizards at the biggest broadcast place ever have left the mouse on his head for ages. It's just sitting there like a Pence fly. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you.
When it comes to things like muscle strength and recovery, or some of the other benefits for women that have to do with emotional balance, you can get into 4, 5, 6 gummies a day every single day.
Right.
Now, since they're talking about women, I'm going to drop the bomb. In April 2023, Denmark banned ashwagandha, stating that it is impossible to find a safe dose given the current data. The ban was based on a finding in 2020 by the Danish Technical University that ashwagandha has a possibly harmful effect on thyroid and sex hormones, and shockingly, that the herb may induce abortions. Yes, it was enough of a risk to pregnancy loss that they banned it. Spontaneous abortion, pregnancy loss. And now Mike Lindell is basically pushing Plan B gummies. Wow.
Just like the ashwagandha or ashwagandha. And here we have, these are, now what do these do?
They're delicious.
They have a different taste, really but they're actually awesome.
Yeah.
This really cracks me up because intelligent people would never do this. Usually you want to ask what something does before you pop a childproof lid and cram a couple in your mouth. And again, now we have ashwagandha.
And then also, what if you can you OD? Can you just, because they taste good, just pop them down?
Keep it going.
So those 2 questions.
That's Lindell's follow-up. Can you OD? You know you're an addict when that's one of your first questions.
You can go up to 6 gummies a day. I know lots of folks that take more than that, but
I didn't read the rules one day.
We
we
safely recommend up to 6 a day.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Andy is saying usually 2, but up to 6, and Mike admits he didn't read the guidelines. It just went at them like M&Ms. Not the purple ones, though.
Clinical studies on this are basically apple cider vinegar has been around so long that...
specific to it.
Because if it's been around a long time, it's not dangerous, like swords, great white sharks, or oleander, the toxic plant he pushed as a COVID cure. Many may not realize that back in the day when Mike was trying to get Trump to promote oleander, Lindell was added to the board of Phoenix Biotechnology, which makes oleandrin, and received a financial stake in the company. But hey, he just wanted to help people, right? He's got the cross. He just wants to help everyone.
Because both of these products are absolutely delicious. And you'll notice when you take a gummy out, just how soft and just how pleasurable they are to put in your mouth and chew.
Right.
Make it easy to access the apple cider vinegar. Okay, so put it in like a candy jar. The opening on the jar is wide enough to get your couple fingers in there and easily access. But make it easy to yourself. Put a candy dish next to your desk or wherever.
Yeah, shove it in, Mike. This talking about soft and pleasurable things in the mouth is creepy and hilarious, but what's really scary is that he suggests taking them out of the childproof container and just leaving them in a candy bowl after just saying not to exceed the recommendation. My 6-year-old gets a gummy vitamin once a day, and I have to keep those in a gun safe because if he had it his way, he'd have the whole jar.
As 24, I've got them printed off right here, 24 different gold standard clinical trials. And it really shows the different benefits. We talked about the biggest benefit that people notice with the ashwagandha, which is
All the clinical trials that Andy boasts about are small studies in India where traditional medicine fills a serious healthcare gap. The FDA has 4 phases of clinical trials. Stuff like this is just phase 1. Plants contain chemicals, and chemicals can harm us. The comments on this stuff are mostly nightmares. In fact, it gave me anxiety reading about the people who are just trying to fix a problem and ended up with something much, much worse.
You have more?
Yeah, there's one thing that we do that, the cautions, right? The one thing we do want people to be aware of is pregnant or nursing mothers. You wouldn't want to take ashwagandha if you are pregnant or nursing.
Okay, well, there you go. There's a disclaimer.
So you're safe. No. Me too.
Right, okay. All right, everybody.
So in the very end, he notes pregnant or nursing women shouldn't take it. And the usual inquisitive Lindell doesn't ask why. 0 follow-up whatsoever. And his site doesn't mention it anywhere. A lot of women get pregnant and they don't know. And they might even never know they were pregnant because they ate your gummies.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. They've attacked Donald Trump since he came down that elevator in 2016. It's just amazing what they've tried to do to the man.
Only off by a year. And this device, this is an escalator. This guy must get stuck on CAPTCHAs on the regular. But I guess anything with stairs in any form kind of haunts him and still gives him trauma. It hasn't even started yet, and I start laughing. I could watch that all day. If you're ever having a bad day, just take a look at that clip. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For a year and a half, I've been reading genuine pages from my special copy of Lauren Boebert's book. This really is a ton of fun. I only do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. Let's get back to it. 7-Layer Dip Cruz needed me to know he was really big time. Because women are attracted to powerful men, and he got out his computer and interneted himself right then and there. The truth is, he tried to close the laptop when the first page of results were just pictures of him sleeping at work and all these memes making fun of him. He was embarrassed, but I guess not every layer can be guacamole or salsa. We all have our black olives. It would be a long time before I let Ted in on my little secret, and I'm not talking about Jason's fungus, the fact that I have a live hamster named Mountain Dew sleeping in my purse, the 0 prescription plastic lenses I wear from a naughty schoolgirl outfit, or the lip sore I've hidden with the makeup my husband won me on eBay. I don't even know if the sore's still there. It's been a few days since Jason took me in the yard with a slingshot and decorated my face. He uses a turkey baster to pump the concealer into these tiny balloons, and then he has me sit on an old stump while he launches the paintballs at my head. Although this may seem out of the ordinary, we Boeberts don't do ordinary. And this overseas makeup doesn't have much English on it aside from toxic and for external use only. So we followed what we could and kept it external, doing it in the yard. The stump was next to the trampoline, and the boys were having a good time bouncing with Mountain Dew and the G.I. Joe parachute we duct taped to him. I remember telling Jason my only rule with him was not in my hair. Easier said than done. There's not exactly a scope on a slingshot, and even with the wrist brace, a few Tuesday morning cold ones may calm the nerves, but it doesn't help with accuracy. The makeup paintballs were zipping past me, but I didn't mind that it was taking him so long. I was enjoying watching Mountain Dew float down from the sky while the boys punched each other between the legs. It was a school day, and I'd called them in with the flu because the real school is the school of life. And if they were trapped in some science class being forced to learn about evolution or the other liberal nonsense, they wouldn't have the opportunity to see a happily married couple helping each other with a slingshot and some makeup. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Boozbird's book, let me know in the comments and I'll see about reading another page sometime soon. Biden is horrible. Worst president ever. MAGA Tears. Ha 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 ha. Don't quit your day job. MAGA Tears. Biden's approval rating sits at just 31%, the lowest on record for a U.S. president. MAGA Tears. And I know hair restoration is possible, but you go with the $30,000 doll hair surgery and I'll stick with my $10 hat. Doll hair. He uses a turkey baster to pump the concealer into these tiny balloons. And as me sit on an old... It would be a long time before I let Ted in on my little secret, and I'm not talking about Jason's fungus, the fact that I have a live hamster named Mountain Dew sleeping in my purse. I actually don't even know if the sore's still there. It's been a few days since Jason took me in the yard with the slingshot and decorated my face. Yes. He uses a turkey baster to pump the concealer into these tiny balloons, and then has me sit on an old stump he launches the paintballs at my head. I can't do this. I was enjoying watching Mountain Dew float down from the sky while the boys punched each other between the legs. Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.